Welcome back, guys. Today's video is 30 tips to become a better defender. Enjoy the video and please like it up and subscribe if you want more FC Mobile content like this. We're going to start from the basics to the most advanced. Top 1 is you should never go around mistackling. This is a dangerous move before you will not only have your player on the ground, it will make the attacking easier for the opponent. Tip 2, most of the time all you to do to get the ball is stand in front of your opponent. You'll either get the ball back or stop the attack. Tip 3, you should always keep your defenders, and I mean center backs, back and never make them rush. No one, the opponent, will have to bypass them. Tip 4, if you're dumb enough like me and have your goalkeeper as your corner taker, my advice is take a chance tackle, or perhaps I should say just tackle the ball on the opponent. You need to buy time so you can have your goalkeeper back in the goal. Tip 5, my advice to not conceding goals is, if the ball gets anywhere inside or near the box, you should clear it out. You don't know how many times I got scored by my not clearing the ball. Tip 6, when your opponent has a good look at the ball, just know sometimes your defender will jump block the ball. But for me, I say, don't take chances. If you have a good opponent, he will sometimes skill move you out. So therefore, jump blocks are useful at times. Tip 7, for free kicks, try this method when defending. Right after the ref calls a foul, you should put strategy on defending. Then you should quickly change to your defender. I would say someone tall, like a center back or a left back, and make him be at the side of the post, but not too far out and not too far close in. Then when the opponent kicks the ball, you should slowly, but don't sprint, slowly move into the goal and spam clear. If you're lucky, then your goalkeeper will save it. But if you tried this method, then your defender will kick the ball out. Tip 8, if you're facing a 2v1 on defense, you don't want the opponent to throw past the ball because it will make it out of reach. But the best thing to do is get close to the player that has the ball and make a desperate tackle to stop the attack. Tip 9, when goalie rushing, I recommend goal rushing from sides or corners because the shots the opponent has to take is tough, and it's difficult for most players if you're not a pro at finesse shots. Tip 10, if your opponent is passing the ball back too much and passing to the goalkeeper, you should make a silly tackle or try to tackle the goalkeeper because you never know, something may work in your favor. Tip 11, tackling from the front is 100% legal and most of the time you'll get away with it, but tackling from behind is illegal and you'll be booked. Tip 12, if you tend to goalie rush from a far distance or anywhere from the pitch, always have a player trailing by the opponent because most of the goals when you goalie rush are roll-ins, and roll-ins are preventable and defendable if you have a defender running behind. Tip 13, you know I talked about tackling from the front, but another way to hack tackling and get away with fouls is you should tackle from the tackle, but try to aim for the ball, and sometime your opponent player will jump to avoid getting tackled. Tip 14, here's some game awareness. If you think goalie rushing can save everything, then I got bad news. Goalie rushing is so easy to beat and the way to beat, and I mean, this is a 100% success rate. It's the finesse shot. If you know how to read the defense and finesse the ball, then you can beat any goalie rush situation. Tip 15, when you foul an opponent and there's another way to defend free kicks, and that is right behind your opponent shoots the free kick, you should same wall creep, and this is 100% guaranteed because it depends on the opponent and how he's shooting the free kick, but sometimes it will come clutch. Tip 16, you should use a 4-defender lineup. You can use 4-3-3 attack or 4-2-4 formations. Just make sure you have a 4-defender formation because this will help you dramatically. Tip 17, when you're buying a defender, you should look into his traits and attributes because this will go deeper into his skills and you can see what's good and what's bad about him. Tip 18, my recommendation defender budget is 5 to 10 million coins. But if you're a beginner, you should settle for less. But don't forget you can pack great defenders from free packs. Tip 19, to save defenders' stamina, don't counter-attack with them. Always after you save a possession, pass the ball out and don't dribble. It can take some of your stamina off. Tip 20, if the game is about to end, you should make a desperate tackle or at least touch the ball. This make the game go off and the game will end. My recommendation to make a tackle is when it's 1 or 2 extra time. So as you touch the ball, the game will end. Tip 21, when it's a throw-in, you should always defend from your goal side and not the scoring side. You should focus on defending rather than scoring. Tip 22, Did you know you can sometimes manually save shots? I'll teach you how to do this. To do this right after your opponent shoot the ball, you should pressure and swipe down second defender to activate goalie rush. This will also do two things. Sometimes you'll save goals that are meant to go in the net and help you goalie rushing abilities and quickness. Tip 23. If your defenders are falling behind, you can try this offside trick. But you have to practice this probably 10 times before getting it right. But when your defenders are trailing, you can actually try to stop and let the other attackers go in front of you and make the opponent get an offside. Tip 24, you should have different defenders or defenders for different situations. For example, playing against a cross spammer, you need to have a tall defender to clear the lobs. Tip 25, when buying a defender, you should always look at his height because that matters. When you're buying a defender, I recommend buying a tall defender. Tip 26, you should always use midfielder when defending because you don't want your center back to move out of formation. So therefore, always use midfielders to change around your opponents and make tackles with them. Tip 27, if you want to win more games, then you'll have to off-ball at lot. A lot of players in the FC Mobile hate off-ballers, but this is the way to defend. You don't want to move your defenders out of their formation. Therefore, off-ball is the best. If you don't know what off-ball is because you're playing defense but not on the player that has the ball. Therefore, it's basically the AI defending the ball while you're off-balling. Tip 28, if you get a yellow card, substitute that player out. This is important if the game mattered to you and your rankings. You don't want to play 10 versus 11. You're getting cooked, buddy. Tip 29, put strategy on defense if you winning on the 60th minute. So defend valuable possessions so you can win the game. Tip 30, when playing defense, you shouldn't have to battle through lagging and glitching with bad FPS. If you want a copy, you can go ahead and do so. If you having trouble with his graphics, let me know in the comment section. Because I love y'all, I'm going to give y'all more tips, and tip 31 is, you should turn off auto switch. This will make you 10 times better. Not only that, but if you made it to the end of this, I'm going to give you more tips and tricks. Tip 32, don't use hard tackle. Tip 33, second when your opponent is near the box. Tip 34, when there's a lob, you should clear by swiping. It's the better than using the button. Tip 35, if your opponent is 2 steps away from shooting at a goal, I would take a risk chance to save that goal. But this is the end of the video, my fellow subscribers and new ones. If you enjoyed this, then like this video up and subscribe for more. And also let me know what you think of EAFC 25 that is coming up, or not LOL. I low-key don't know if it is or not, but I'm kind of getting bored of this EAFC 24.